So I wanted to make a video for everything that's about to be attempted. Currently, right now, there's a lot of things that have been transpiring. But I wanted to talk about Slackware and how it relates to the project of Bitcoin mining. Currently, the pool that we work in is making about $28,000 a day in Bitcoin mining, and it's really easy to get into Bitcoin mining if you actually want to do it to make some substantial money. And if it's not illegal, because unlike all these other bullshit politicians out here in La La Land that don't know a damn thing about collective CPU cycles or why science and industry would want to use them, then you need to just stop trying, because there's no reason why you need to be bullshitting anyone who's trying to mine bitcoins. The way I look at it from a political cartoon perspective is basically all these politicians with their heads cut off, running around like chickens who've never actually done any type of actual programming and don't understand where Slackware comes from. First of all, Slackware spawns thousands of Linux distributions, and every single one of them has a specific task. And this just so happens to be a base task that can run on Slackware by itself. You need a driver support for the device, but that's always easily obtainable. So what you're talking about is essentially a Windows or Slackware-based script that runs and the device performs and you have to do nothing. And the only thing that you have to do is make sure that you keep it on and running, and the CPU cycles in the integrated circuit are given to a pool which pays you directly to your bank account. Now, if you think that that's crazy, that's how it works technologically. That's not crazy, that's not illegal, there's nothing illegal about that. The illegal problems from Bitcoin came from Mt. Gox, and while Mt. Gox was the first and the most popular exchange, it was also this exchange where, you know, people lost a lot of money because of the raids on drug money that was in the system in Bitcoin, which was Silk Road. And you're going to see a transition. It's no longer going to be an anonymous currency, because it can't be anonymous anymore, because there's some people who've proven that they don't know how to manage the anonymous. Anyway, so there's been a bunch of illegal activity that's taken place, and that will be regulated by the proper authorities, blah, 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 whatever. But the real thing that boils down to it is we need a way to track the money that's being given out so that people use it wisely and it goes for a cause that benefits society as a whole. But the problem is there's some assholes, and there's always assholes. This is not going to be targeting the casino or gambling, type of audience. This is more targeted towards illegal crimes that would be prosecuted for dollars anyway. And when you're going to try to reinvent the wheel, so to speak, when it comes to, money, you better have a damn good idea of how you're going to manage it, and the feds are all over that. So you can see in the very near future Bitcoin having the API integration that allows someone to monitor the income from the particular individual or entity to be able to justify taxes, which is just like all this stuff happened to PayPal. Coinbase has already got better authentication than even PayPal does. So it's this is a program and a system that's going to continually evolve, and no one's going to stop Bitcoin or any other type of digital cryptocurrency, because the dollar has been regulated to death. It has been inflated, and it's about to, when all these people are going for minimum wage, you don't realize that education is supposed to define your level of life. So if you have none, then it's not going to be, it's because people need to be able to think for themselves, and if you can't think for yourself, then that's your problem. So it all has to be regulated. Everybody knows that, and the IRS is basically just asking at this point that people report their earnings and keep it realistic based on the. But there's actually physical bitcoins now, and when it comes to government programming, currently right now, Red Hat and Slackware Linux-based distributions, we're looking at like EG&G, we're looking at Lockheed Martin, we're looking at some very key players, and these people have a lot to do with the inner workings of even Facebook, because Mark Zuckerberg is building his own proprietary server at this point, which is amazing. I've seen it. It's freaking awesome. And to virtualization and the future of computing, Bitcoin is going to be, and things like Bitcoin, it's just going to be an easy way for nerds to get their hands on the capital that they need to have their startups. And it's by doing something boring and mundane, but it makes you enough money to be able to substantiate anything you want to build. So I'm just going to end on that. But yeah.